Rolling. Almost 98 years to the day Titanic set sail and Titanic Pigeon Forge officially anchors in East Tennessee.
Despite the weather, hundreds of spectators, young and old, gathered in front of the 30,000 square foot ship to watch, to witness, and to remember. Strong winds and choppy seas couldn't keep the Titanic Pigeon Forge or spectators from her maiden voyage.
You've had nothing but sunshine all week and more sunshine coming, and at this moment right now, it's raining like cats and dogs.
With Honorary Commander Regis Philbin at the helm.
I christened the ship the Titanic for a smooth sail in the city of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
It's full steam ahead for the brand new museum attraction, and she's even more authentic than her creators planned. Paint was still wet when the original Titanic set sail.
We're touching a few things up this morning, and I'm sure as we enter the ship this morning, the construction crew will be going out the back. They worked all night long, bless their hearts.
But for some, it's much more than pomp and circumstance. Today is very personal.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Paul Kurzman is the great-grandson of Ida and Isidore Strauss. He and his cousin Barbie Gergen are seeing the parlor suite named in the couple's honor for the very first time.
From what we know and the photographs we have, the authenticity is simply remarkable.
As a young boy, Kurzman would listen to his grandmother tell stories of her parents and their undying love aboard the Titanic. They refused to separate.
And if my husband stays on the ship, I stay on the ship. We will hold hands and we will go down on the ship together as we have lived our life together.
They are my heroes. The photographs, the ring, it's just very touching. I'm very touched. I'm sure he would be very proud to see this.
Tom Goldsmith wishes his grandfather was still alive to see it.
Has my grandfather's signature on it.
At age 9, his grandfather was a third-class passenger and made it to a lifeboat.
It's like holding his hand again. It's like seeing him again.
Precious memories forever preserved.
I think this is beautifully done because they really have spared nothing to make it authentic. So it really does honor to the Titanic and all the families who were aboard.
Titanic Pigeon Forge opened to the public an hour ago. The grand opening celebration will last through the weekend with live entertainment, including country star Neil McCoy. And by the way, this Sunday, we are going to rebroadcast the 3-hour special Titanic, the East Tennessee Experience. I'm sorry, hi. We're going to rebroadcast the 3-hour East Tennessee Experience from 3 until 6. And Russell, you remember this, we broadcasted this about a month ago, but it's a 2-hour documentary that John Jocelyn, it's the original documentary he did from the ocean floor in the 80s that featured 32 dives. It's going to show that for 2 hours and then followed by a special that we worked on. So that's going to air this Sunday from 3 to 6. And again, it's called Titanic, the East Tennessee Experience.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were asking, hey, are you going to re-show that? Are you going to sell that thing? How's that going to work? So I'm glad to see that they're going to re-show it.
You can catch it this Sunday. By the way, Russell, you didn't make the trip today. We were in Pigeon Forge yesterday at the Titanic, and Regis wondered where you were when I talked to him.
He wondered where I was.
He did.
I see.
He said your name. He remembered your name. I promise.
Well, I got to tell you, I was with Coach Fulmer.
Yeah.
And but we'll talk about that later.
He's a Notre Dame fan.
But it was fun. You know, yesterday we had a chance to spend some time with Regis while they were still doing some of those last-minute touches to the Titanic last night.
Yeah.
It was getting kind of late.
Late into the evening, we talked about that, his connection with this whole thing, and a little football, of course. Well, I'm not sure many people could say that they have been aboard the Titanic with Regis Philbin. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very familiar with the Titanic. I've been to the one up in Branson, and there was a previous one years ago in Orlando, put out by Mary Kellogg and her husband John. And I've just toured some of the ship, but this is the best one yet.
And you're going to be a huge part of the grand opening. Tell us how you kind of got involved with this whole thing. I know you had a relationship with Mary and John.
Yeah, Mary and John. Mary worked for Disney for many years, and she was instrumental in getting us into the syndicated markets. And so I owe her a lot. And she left a few years ago, strike out on her own, and created this exhibit. And so she invited me down here to help in the celebration.
I mean, will you actually have the
I'm not
champagne
sure.
bottle in
Oh,
hand?
yeah, the whole thing. We're going to break champagne. Hurry up! We're opening tomorrow morning.
Times are running out.
I'm telling you, this is a deadline thing here tonight.
And you've been this huge Notre Dame fan, everybody knows, and Brian
Yeah.
Kelly, the new head coach at Notre Dame.
We're all looking forward to him, unbeaten season at Cincinnati last year. And everybody raves about him, and he happens to be a nice guy. So we'll see. But I've been through 3 coaches since Lou left, and without
We kind of
Lou-
feel your pain.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
well, we're glad to have you in East Tennessee. Do you get here
Big
a
orange
lot?
country.
Very
Yeah.
often, no.
Notre Dame fan.
No, but I was here, and the Highway Patrol chief, Tennessee Highway Patrol, is there such a thing?
Sure, THP. Yes.
Gave me a little thing. He said, Regis, this is for you from all of us here in Tennessee. Well, it looked like a little knife that you would whittle. So I threw it in my bag, and I did the parade, and on the way back, I'm trying to get home, and I'm going through, and the guy says, something's in your bag. I said, no, can't be. I've been traveling for years, and what am I carrying? No, there's something there, Regis. All of a sudden, I was the only one going through, too. So all the security guys come out, Regis got something in his bag. And I had the little knife. Said, thank you, Tennessee. I'm looking at you two guys. You co-host every day, huh?
We have done for a long
In
time.
other words, you're Kelly, and this is Regis.
Yes.
This is you.
What do you think?
I like it.
Hey, listen, it's been a treat. Thanks very much.
Good luck to you.
Really appreciate
nice
it.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Nice to see you. Good luck.
And we're coming back with more Live at 5 at 4 after this.